That's not how the Force works.
I don't care!
Put a ticket in and make her name it gay!
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. Prepare to start the show, R2. This is where the fun begins. Yo! G'day guys and welcome to Casual Rage 222. 222. Where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. How you all doing? I hope you're doing well. If you wanted a glimpse of Charles, there he is. As soon as I said his name. In the sun. Is that really oh look, he's laying down, getting ready for a nap. Doing what cats do best. How you all doing? Yes, another Casual Rage. We do have a little bit to talk about. There's not a lot. Obviously, we're going to go through some of the Star Wars news, which there really isn't that much. And it's very repetitive still. We're going to talk a little bit about the Acolyte too, actually. We got the Star Wars Lego Build the Galaxy trailer or something to look at. And there was obviously a little bit of controversy this week with Mark Hamill and him wanting to leave the country and his wife talking him out of leaving the country because of Trump and everything. I don't really want to get into any of that stuff because, Mark Hamill is so washed out. So who really cares? But I don't know. To me, there's not much of a story there because, people have been talking about leaving. Some of them did leave even this last time, go and left America. But, yeah, whatever. If that's going to drive you out of your own country, we've got some pretty crazy shit. And I've certainly considered, moving country. I've considered even moving to America. It's probably the only place that I would go to. If I was to go to Britain, it's the same thing there, isn't it, than it is here in Australia. In fact, they're probably a little bit of ahead of us in regards to how bad things are. Yeah, so going to Britain's kind of like just may as well stay in Australia. We're catching them though. But I'd move to America, but it's so much and it's such a shift. And I've never been like, even when I went to Queensland for work in my early 20s, and I even moved to Sydney for work in my late teens, early 20s for work. Like, and I was only in those states for, I think I was in Queensland for a year and I was in New South Wales for like 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. And like, not, I wouldn't say homesick. I'm not that fucking stupid, but like, you know, it's kind of like that's home, you know where home is. You know the place. I've never been one for big, massive moves. So it's kind of like talked me out of it. But I've thought about leaving my country just because of how bad things are. But the funny thing is like, where would I want to go? Oh, I'd want to go to America. And he's wanting to flee America. So anyway, I didn't really want to talk about it all that much. What else do we have? We have the Fallout Season 2 trailer. I watched like half of the first season. And I just thought maybe we'll watch it. I thought we'd watch it because really there's not like a lot to talk about. And of course, we've got Seal of the Week. I did see Gabriel Knight's super chat, but we're going to quickly go through. Actually, let me just bring it up. Gabriel Knight for $5. Thank you. Did you get a chance to watch the latest Disney shill apologist, Red Letter Media, Mr. Played Out? I mean, Mr. Plinkett video. No, I haven't. I was trying to find, like, I was trying to think of something. Gabriel, can you send me that video? Like, DM it to me. We might watch it. We might watch. I don't know. It seems interesting. Disney shill apologist. Are you talking about Red Letter Meter being Disney shill apologists, or is the video regarding Disney shill apologists? Thank you, Gabriel, for the super chat. And SWA became a member. I thought you already were, but maybe you upped it, maybe you renewed it. I'm not too sure, or maybe you did just become a new member. But welcome to the Rhino Rebels. Appreciate it. Let's quickly go through the chat and see who we've got here. We have Star Wars Marvel purist Justin. How you doing? Force choke that like button. On your way in and on your way out if you're heading out. Although, like, you would have only been here for a second. Not Jay, how you doing? Tillium, good to see you. Darth Ghostface, I saw you over in Anna's chat. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Anna's stream there. Like, I was supposed to change the time. That's like, so last night around midnight, I'm setting up the stream, looking at what we're going to talk about and stuff like that, getting it all organized. And like, out of pure routine, I just set it at the normal time. We were talking about it for half the stream last week in regards to what time should we do it. And I said that I was going to push it back this week. Didn't push it back. So now we're completely overlapped with Anna, which I really don't like. I mean, look, let's be real here. She has 468 people watching her. We've got 18 here. I don't think I'm really stealing too much from her. So I think it's okay. But I still don't like it. And I will try and remember next week to at least push it back an hour. So we'll be starting an hour later. Yeah. Who else we got here? We got Mud Crab in the chat. Okay. Stargate SG-1 Season 1. What's your favorite episode and why is it the mirror one? When you say the mirror one, are you talking about the one where Daniel goes through the mirror into the alternate dimension and the SGC is being destroyed and then he comes back with coordinates that actually is in the season finale of that season? Is that the episode that you're talking about? Because I would say yes, that is, but I do love, I know it's, the thing is that they really do the seasons well, where they do leave the end of the season on a cliffhanger. And you got to remember, like, you were waiting a whole year until you saw the conclusion to that storyline or what was happening. But I would have to agree that is the thing that I love about season one is that season one, it takes a bit to get going. And I think with this kind of universe, it does take a fair bit to get going. Like, the great thing about this, Stargate SG1 is that the SGC is a character in itself, and like it has evolved and everything. And it's funny because I'm going through it again with a mate, as most of you probably already know. At the end of season one, you almost get like this recap where they're going through with Senator Kenzie, where he's trying to figure out where all the money's going. I think it's Senator Kenzie at that time. And they're going through all the missions and like how things have, you've nearly brought to the Earth to complete destruction, blah, 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 through this. And then it gives you a bit of a flashback. They did it again in season 6, which I forgot that they did that. But in season 6, there's another bit of a recap, but it's the overall story. It's so fucking good. I got to say, I do like that like final episode of season 1 is so good. And the cliffhanger that it does leave you on is so good. But that mirror episode is pretty good. Man, you get me going on something like that. Like, anyway. King Chris, how you doing, King Chris? We've got Melissa Lord in the chat. Electronic progression, is that right? I had to make sure I got it right. Yes, Darth Plagius the Wise. Coco, g'day, Nuisance Bird. How you doing? Yes, welcome, Justin. We've got the great Mike Hill. We've got GT Weber. Let's see who else we got. I said Ghostface. How you doing, Ghostface? Scrolling through a little bit here. Mercator for 12 months. That's a year you've been a member for. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Kyle Katan's still queer. Also 1 year. Woohoo! You did that on purpose. Kyle Katan, like on yes. The answer to that question is yes. Also 1 year. Yes. Congratulations on 1 year. Thank you for 1 year. SWA for $10 says, have you seen the trailer for the new Lego Batman game? The nostalgia kind of gets me. Sorry, got me. I renewed my membership. Thank you. Thank you for the renewal. No, I haven't seen it. Maybe we should bring that up. Let me my camera is always in the. If you ever see me going like this, it's because I'm looking to open a new tab and I don't want to close a tab that's there and it's sitting right behind my camera. And if you're ever seeing me doing this, it's because my second screen is slightly in front of my first screen and there's something that I need to find over in that corner. There you go. A pointless description of my movements on stream. What was I looking for? Batman. Lego Batman. All right, that's got to be the trailer. It came out yesterday. That's the trailer. All right. Come on, don't do this. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me bring that over here. Being that you sent that as a super chat, let's just watch it. Let's just watch it. Dude, you guys are coming through hot and heavy today. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I will get to them all. Let's quickly watch this trailer. Because I haven't seen, but I've seen some thumbnails to some reactions and stuff like that. And let's see. Oh, fucking cat hair, man. Share screen. Here we go. You guys do have audio, right? I hope you do.
I need to become more than a man. I need to become a symbol.
But what did you have in mind?
Who are you? I'm Batman. Why so serious? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Who's the man behind the mask?
I got you!
Oh, you think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by... Ah! Who put that there? I could have really hurt myself.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. That, like, I don't know. There was something about that seemed a little bit different from a normal standard Lego game. I really feel like there's a lot of nostalgia in that for sure. I might even get that. That looked I might even play that. That actually kind of, I don't mind that. The thing is, I don't really mind the Lego games, and I don't really mind them taking like exception to massive amounts of taking things in wild directions because it's a Lego game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have an issue with any of really. I don't think I've really ever had any issues with any Lego games that I've seen. I haven't played many Lego games. And that's one thing about this. Obviously, we do have that Star Wars Lego game that we're gonna watch the trailer for as well, which we will watch that and we'll sort of compare to what we thought about this, I guess. The voice is meh. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Look, I don't, again, with the Lego, I don't take these games that seriously. Why so serious? It's so funny that you could say that with this game. Yep, that's the episode you were talking about. Awesome. SWA for 16 months says, no, I still haven't seen Spaceballs yet. I forgot. That's not good enough. SWA, come on, man. Look, based on the fact that you've come out in a member chat and said that you still haven't watched it, just tells me that you want somebody to shame you into your motivation to watch it. You want to get caught, basically, and called out. So SWA, fucking go and watch it. Well, finish watching the stream. But as soon as the stream ends, I expect you to be watching Spaceballs. Dude, get some popcorn, sit down, and watch it. You'll have, if you have never seen it, you will have a great time with that movie. Don't take it seriously at all. Don't think about modern entertainment in any way, shape, or form, and just watch it for what it is and have a laugh. Enjoy. Thank you for the member chat. But yes, I still think that you want to get caught. You want to be shamed. X wouldn't let me DM it. I tagged you instead. Okay, thank you for the $2 super chat. That's really weird. Why wouldn't it let you DM it? Am I blocked by... Oh, dude, it's a 52-minute video. $52 minutes. It's Red Letter Media, so we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Thank you for sending it, though, or tag me in it. SWA becomes a YouTube member again on the same stream. No, he's upped his membership, surely. No, we don't want top chat. We want live chat, please. Yes, became a Lawmaster. Upgraded to a Lawmaster. Thank you so much, SWA. What a legend. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats and the member chats. Really appreciate those. Just that little bit of ongoing support. Just that little bit of support.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It always means a lot. Now I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. All right. Yeah, so anyway, Batman, that kind of looks cool. It kind of looks cool. I might have to invest in that one. Man, I haven't been playing video games a lot in a long time. I'm not too late? No, you're not too late. What's up, OG? Gatekeeper in the house. Yeah. What was it? Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up a little bit here. And like I said, I am all over the place right now. Kind of got messed up there. Batman, yes, gonna probably get that. Probably gonna play that. It was very nostalgic. Boobs. So yeah, cool. I did want to talk a little bit about Gina Carano's lawsuit, just really quickly. Not diving into any specifics or anything like that, but it really is just all done. Like, and the only real reason why I'm bringing it up is because even last week when we did talk about it, I mentioned that, like, you know, you never know, they might come out with more statements just to settle, like, in through the settlement or something like that. Maybe she will put in that they do actually have to do a public apology or something like that. No, nothing. It's just dead air. It's done. And that's fine for Gina. She won her lawsuit. You know, it's just, I don't see that they've actually, like, taken any responsibility, and this is Disney or Lucasfilm or any of those parties, have taken any responsibility for what actually did happen other than through financial compensation. Now, that might be enough, and it might be enough for some people. How did she win? Technically, she won. She won the lawsuit. They settled, which means she won. On a very basic scale. In regards to, like, any ramifications coming to Disney or Lucasfilm, or any correction of the damage that they actually did to Gina Carano, none of that has changed, and nothing within the zeitgeist has changed. Like, all the people that hated her still hate her. All the people that love her still love her. All the people, like, I don't know what Hollywood still thinks of her. Like, she lost her management, all of these things. Like, nothing was specifically stated, apologized for, or anything in what happened. And, like, to me, it just wouldn't be enough. It just would not be enough. And if you've got the backing and you can take it all the way, you know, and they really don't want to reveal all of those things, well, how hard is it for them to pay out, you know, compensation financially, but also to have to make a statement of apology and sincere? And it actually has to be sincere, and it actually has to be, like I said, detailed, because there's so many parts to the Gina Carano, you could say, saga in regards to everything that happened, from the pronoun thing to the thing that she actually got cancelled for, the repost of that you know, thing during COVID, to like, I mean, you could say the pronoun thing is still the trans thing, but, you know, it was a thing that took a while to get her out the door and fired the way that she got fired, unfair dismissal. But the slander that came along the way, and the pile-on from employees from Lucasfilm and Disney, and like, they should have to actually make a statement apologizing for that. And like I said last week, it would be at the top of my list. So that's the only real reason why I wanted to bring it up, because it's done. That we're not getting any more statements from Disney, Lucasfilm, Gina, nothing. It's done. They paid it out, lawsuit over. I just don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. And, like, I know that there's people out there that say, well, the only real way that you could get uncancelled would be for her to actually go back, reprise her role, whether it even is just for a cameo or actually for an actual role. I still think that that's the worst thing she could possibly do for her career. But there is a premise to what they're saying in regards to her actually having to uncancel herself in regards to taking the role. But it shouldn't have to be that way, right? It shouldn't actually have to be that way. The apology should be there, and they should state that she was wrongfully terminated. We've had to settle this out of court, but she was wrongfully terminated, and we apologize for piling on the mob bandwagon on Twitter. We apologize for making the statement that she was being abhorrent. We certainly don't think that anything that she said or did is actually slanderous or whatever. Because nothing that she did, Pedro Pascal has clearly, the comparison's been shown a billion times, right? There's actually a massive difference between what Pedro Pascal did and what Gina Carano did. And what Pedro Pascal did is 10 times worse than what Gina Carano did, but Gina was the one that got fired because it was on the incorrect side of the aisle. How fucking gay is that? So I just don't, like, she might have won the lawsuit, but I don't know whether or not she's won any respect back from, like, any of those people. Now, I don't know whether or not she cares or wants to even go back or what the case is, but I think based on the premise of the lawsuit is that you do want to get your role back. You know, you were unwrongfully terminated from a position that you wanted to be in, and you want that back. Now, you can get financial compensation, yes, for the things that they've done to slander you. Like, it's just the possibility of other roles too. Like, you know, she had her role in Marvel, which, you know, granted, was just through the Deadpool stuff. But it was there. What's to say that she shouldn't necessarily, based on what we're seeing right now, have a role in Doomsday? But she doesn't. Probably because she was cancelled. Now that she's uncancelled in the eyes of no one, is Kevin Feige and the MCU reaching out to her to say, "Hey, we're about to do this massive Doomsday project with everybody reprising their roles and coming back. Hey, you want to bring your character over from Deadpool?" I don't know. Maybe she has got that phone call. Maybe she has. I don't know. But I don't think so. I doubt it. She's technically still not uncancelled. SWA, dude, sponsoring the fucking stream today with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Really appreciate the members. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to say about the Gina Carano stuff. And that basically also actually takes me into when are you doing Stargate streams? Depends on when. Speaking of things that sort of just came and went, Superman and Fantastic Four. Again, I've got nothing really specific to go over with this. All I've got is what I've been seeing, and obviously everything's slowing down with the box office. Now, both Superman and Fantastic Four are both like very meh. Oh, dude, short notice. I can't do tonight. In fact, the reason why I can't do tonight is because I'm watching Stargate SG-1. My mate's coming around. Every time he comes around, we pretty much get 2 episodes, because by the time he puts his kids to sleep and then gets around here, he gets here around 8, and then like we watch 2 episodes because they're roughly an hour long each, and then he bails. But yeah, keep me posted. What are you talking about tonight? What episodes or what season? Right now with my mate, it's his first time through. This is my 4th time through. It's a lot to watch, man. You got to remember, it's 10 seasons of at least 22, if not 24 episodes a season at 45 to 50-minute episodes. They're basically hour-long episodes because they're made for television with ads. It's a lot. But this is his first time through, and we're on season 6. We're pretty much near the tail end of season 6. I think we've got 4 episodes left. Season 6. Yeah, correct. That's basically yes. The answer to that question is yes. Matt Mother Wilkins, how you doing? I'm just here to gaze upon Rhino's beauty. I went in Matt's chat and I'm like, Matt, I love you. That's all I wrote. Oh, dude. How you doing? We need to catch up. And talk some shit about Star Wars. Yeah. Dude, I wish I could make it to that like fan meetup thing that you're doing and it was really well done by you guys just to put that together, because it got fucking, if you guys don't know, because what was it called? Legends Con 2 or whatever got cancelled, and all these people had like flights and accommodation and stuff booked. Matt and Ryan and a few others, I believe, just put together a little thing where you can go and, at least use that credit that you've got for flights or accommodation and go and meet up and talk about, well, let's not say it. Let's say the EU. Legends. The EU. Which is really, really cool. And well done on that. And I wish I could be there. I really do. I want to go with you guys to the baseball game. And I'm going to eat a hot dog. Go to the baseball game. Matt's making Rhino blush. He does that to me. Yeah, there you go. It's going to be a good time. People can use their vouchers. Talk EU. We can talk about Darth Plagueis the Wise if you want. Talk about Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
And I got to say, you got to participate in Twin Sons donation drive, yes. Do it all. Go and enjoy yourselves. Oh, man. You got no idea. Like, even when I was in America, I don't think it was basketball season, so that I obviously didn't get to go see a basketball game. But I could have probably gone and seen a football game, and I didn't. I need to give myself, like, I don't know, just more time to figure shit out, I think, the next time I come. But yes, it would be awesome. It would be awesome. Lara, hey, how you doing, Lara? Good to see you. Let's see, where was I? We were talking about that. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to touch on, before I saw Matt and got distracted. I've been all over the place this stream. Fucking everything keeps distracting me. Where did I go? I went to LA first, and it was only to, like, basically we were going to LA Comic Con, meeting up with Anna and Yellow Flash and Chris Gore and a few others. Dante, which was really cool, actually. It was really, like, awesome hanging out with those guys. But obviously, I think I spent like 3 or 4 days in LA by myself. So I just went and did some touristy stuff, obviously. And then from there, went to Orlando, got stuck in the hurricane, got stuck in the hotel for 3 days. And then met up with, like, Jay and Ryan and Beardo and Lee and Krista and hung out with them at Universal. And yeah, it was a good time. It was a good trip. I overspent, which I must admit, I went in October last year and I am still paying for it. Still paying for it. It's been hard to catch up. I got back to Australia and it seemed like everything went up by like 20%. That's what it felt like. When I left Australia, I was gone for 3 weeks, basically. When I left Australia, smooth running. Now, yes, I overspent in America, like way overspent in America. But then even when I got back, because even though I overspent, I thought I'd be able to, based on my understanding of where I was at, I thought I'd be able to make it back up. But no. Still paying for it to this day. And they want me to go to MegaCon next year. Well, Flash wants me to go to MegaCon with him next year, which is like in March or something, which is like, fuck. It's another, like, just that trip alone, flights, accommodation, and like being there for, I'd at least want to do like at least a week I don't want to just come to America for a weekend, like 16-hour flight for a weekend, 16-hour flight back. I don't think, no, I'm not doing that. So it'd be like, what, 7-8 grand Australian? So what's that, like 5,000 or 6,000 US? It's expensive. But that's the thing, like even going to that meetup that Matt's doing, I'd love to be able to just like, you know, yeah, look, I can spare a couple of $100 here for a flight and a hotel room for a weekend, flying maybe across the country. How awesome would that be? Yeah, MegaCon is in Orlando. Buy some Mickey ears. No, when I was in Orlando, Jay took me around. Like we went on the Disney like monorail thing, or Skyline, I think it's called. And it's free to go on the Skyline. He's got his thing that his pass for parking and stuff like that. But like we went on that, and he was just showing me how big like Disney and these resorts and the parks and like how it's all interconnected and stuff like this. And man, I was in awe of this. Like it was massive. Like I saw Star Wars Land from afar. Like it's all the way over there. It's like, man, and this is still a part of like Disney where we are now. It's like, yep. It's like all the way over there, all the way. Oh man, I'm like mind blown. We're getting off one Skyline, getting on another, and going over there. And man, it was incredible, incredible. I didn't go to any of the Disney parks. I only went to Universal, and I got to go to Halloween Horror Nights, which was pretty cool too. And because of Jay's connections and, you know, Geeks and Gamers connections or whatever they've got, and Krista's connections, they were being taken around by somebody from Universal, and they had fast passes, which was really cool because we got to do a lot of the haunted houses. Which, being a part of that and like, you know, looking at the lines, like the haunted houses for me wouldn't necessarily be a big thing. I mean, going through them was awesome. But dude, if I had to stand in a line for 3 hours to go through one haunted house for like, and you're walking through this haunted house and you're in and out of it within, I mean, time, I don't know how time moves when you're going through it, because I must admit I wasn't paying attention to time, but it feels like you're only in the house for 5 minutes. You're probably only in the house for like 2 or 3 minutes. Feels like 5. But dude, we were waiting in the lines. We were even in the premium quick lines, whatever they're called, the fast lines. We were still waiting maybe half an hour, maybe in a couple, maybe even a little bit longer. It was awesome though. It was a lot of fun. Fucking a few jump scares. There was one that got me really good. There was one that got me real fucking good. And Jay was behind me. I decided, like, I'll go in front. Like, I want to be the first one to see, like, and get scared. Because if you're standing behind, like, you can see someone jump out and, you know, you kind of then start expecting it. So I wanted to go first. And Jay was right behind me. And I'm like, we're obviously in this house, so we're looking around. This person jumps out from this side, and I literally screamed and went, ah! And I turned, and this person jumped out from this side, and I don't know, my reaction made Jay piss himself, and it was a good night. It was fun. It was good. Got to have a beer with Ryan, which was awesome. Bought him a beer, and bought him all beers, actually, which wasn't cheap in a park. And then we went and we were going to go get some food and finish watching the football, the NFL. I don't know what you guys call it, football. Anyway, and Ryan bailed. It was just me, Beardo, and Lee hanging out for the last little bit, and that was it. And that was what I did in America. Obviously did my own little touristy stuff in Orlando. I went and shot guns. For the first time in my life, I shot an actual gun, not just an air rifle or something, which was really cool. Still got my targets somewhere. That was awesome. And it was really cool too, because the guy that was there was an Aussie that moved to America, and he's working there, and he's like, he had a full-on Australian accent. And yeah, like he was, giving me what guns to shoot and all of that. Yeah, it was awesome. That was really cool. It was a really cool trip, despite how much I regret how much I spent. It was awesome. It was still worth it. How are your cats doing? They're doing all right. Charles is just there laying on the couch, and Eric is over there laying on the couch. Lee is awesome. Yeah, he's a good dude. They were all good. Like, they're all good people. Like, I didn't have an issue with anyone that I hung out with, actually, in my entire trip in America. It was good. It was so funny with Chris. It was me, Chris, and Flash. And there was obviously a few others, like Anna was there. And obviously she was pregnant, so she was only there for a bit. And I only think that she stayed as long as she did because I was actually there, all the way from Australia, hanging out. And then she came and saw me the next day, and we went and hung out and stuff. But like later on in the night, we went to a bar and stuff, and we were having a great time. And Chris and Flash and I left, and we went to like a cafe. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We went to like this, I don't know. It made me feel like one of those truck house cafes, but it wasn't. It was like somewhere in the suburbs or something. Like Chris just knew this good place, took us there. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm eating steak and eggs, like a breakfast meal. Drunk out of my mind. Fucking delicious. Oh, it was so good. Their hash browns are fucking amazing. Oh, it was so good. And the place was packed. At 1 o'clock in the morning, the place was packed, which surprised me. Like, it wasn't a bar. Like, they obviously served alcohol, but it was just more a restaurant sort of thing. It's fucking really cool. Anyway, I went off on my tangent about my America trip. Yeah, I did. And especially in that bar, I got to tell you, they took me to an awesome place. Let me say, you weren't allowed to take any photos in this place. Superman and Fantastic Four. Where has this stream gone? My God. Well, this is the thing, though, too, is the entertainment sphere right now, I'm so fucking bored with it. I'm so annoyed by it. There's just no fun in entertainment right now. Well, here and there, you get your little dribs and drabs of actually enjoyment. But overall right now, it is just disaster after disaster after disaster, and just the slop. We just keep getting more and more slop, and effectively that is what Superman is, and that is what Fantastic Four is. I know there's people out there that like Superman. I know there's people out there that like Fantastic Four. I know there's people out there that hate Superman or don't really think that Superman's all that good, or vice versa. And the funny thing is that these factions at the same time are at each other when, to be fair, they both have legitimate criticisms, which makes both movies shit. Like, overall, it makes both movies shit. Now, like, are they so far to the point that they're shit that they're like absolute disasters of actual movies? Like, I'm not talking about the financial side of it. No, they're not. Right? They're not 1s and 2s out of 10. But as I mentioned, they are just meh. They're just average. Superman gets a 4, and Fantastic Four actually probably has lost a little bit of ground with me and just gone to the complete 5. It was 5.5. And I always say that range between the 4 and the 6, you've got mid, which is right in the middle at the 5, and then you've got mid where it's shit, and you've got mid where it's okay. Between the 4 and the 5, and the 5 and the 6. But both movies aren't good, and both movies aren't performing. But from what I've been able to see, let me just quickly check this. Oops. Let's use Box Office Mojo, and we'll use it for both. Because, I know everybody's doing all these comparisons with all these sort of older movies. Obviously, Superman's getting its comparison given a comparison to Man of Steel. And I got to say, that's not looking good either. Who cares about comparison? I mean, they're both not doing well comparatively to anything. And oh my god, it's worse than I didn't think they were that bad. Let me bring this up. Actually, let me just do one more search on something. Wow. Okay. Let me bring this up. Again, I didn't want to really talk about a heap of this stuff because I don't for the last few weeks, right? For the last few weeks, I've been talking about Fantastic Four and Superman, and just there was obviously a little bit just in regards to what I thought about, what I saw, but realistically, this is what the news is right now in the entertainment sphere. Superman is just under 600 million. Just under 600 million. Fantastic Four is... I'm not even going to say just under 500 million. It's that's horrible. For a Marvel movie, for a Fantastic Four movie, I wonder what the original Fantastic Four actually did. I wonder what... dude, is it in theaters this week? Are you saying you saw it this week in theaters? See, this is where my dyslexia stuffs me up. Say TMNT 1990 in theaters this week. All right, I'll say it. TMNT 1990 in theaters this week. Best film I've seen this year. Yeah, no, I kind of figured it out. But yeah. Let's have a look, actually. Okay, so the other thing that I searched was Man of Steel. That's not good. That's not good for this. Now, this is the thing. I don't... The metric of money, yes, obviously there's profit, them making profit and them not making profit, them breaking even, what that marker is, all of that sort of thing. There's always been a lot of discussion around that kind of stuff. But I personally think that Man of Steel. Now, I know I might get some kickback for this. Man of Steel is a better Superman movie than this Superman movie, and the one thing that I hate the most in Man of Steel is how Pa Kent goes out. Like I like it's a cliche almost to say that now. It is my most hated part of the entire movie. The rest of it, I think, is fine, but I also think the rest of it is better than. Like you could argue that the Pa Kent thing in Man of Steel is basically the same level of what they did with Jor-El in this Superman movie. Eight out of 10 for Man of Steel. I don't know if it's quite that high. I'd probably go a 7 for Man of Steel. I do enjoy it, and I do like Henry Cavill as Superman. Rhino versus the Snyder Bros. Well, I don't know. The Snyder Bros might be more on my side. I am saying that Snyder's Superman movie is better than James Gunn's Superman movie. And based on the box office, that's true. And you would have to actually adjust for inflation for this. Not that it would be hugely different. When did this come out? 2013. Actually, there might be a big, actually a bit higher than you thought. Maybe an extra 100 million. I don't know. But that's not good for this Superman movie. And I missed a super chat. I did miss a super chat from Geordie. How you doing for $5? Says here's some here's some change. God, I'm retarded. Here's some change for America. Enjoy, mate. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am so fucking stupid. The way I read that in my head, fuck, I hate having dyslexia. It's so bad. So bad. Fucking semi-literate. It's fucking so annoying. Anyway, what was I going to check? I was going to check the original. Let me just take this down so we get a little surprise out of it here. When did it come out? It was 2005, wasn't it? The original? 2005 box office. I think that's the one we want. Yes, it is the one we want. You'd need to adjust that for inflation, though. So worldwide, that made $333 million, but that was back in 2005. It was pretty much split across international and domestic as well. Domestic was 154 million, international was 178 million. That's interesting. I wonder if anybody, can I just do that in Google? Will it? The thing is being in Australia, we're talking about American dollars. Will it still do the same thing or no? I don't know. Somebody do it for me and just chuck it in the chat. What's $333.5 million, let's say. $333.5 million in 2005. What does that equate to in today's money? Let me know, chat. But basically, again, the premise of what I'm getting at is that these two movies seem to have fallen off a cliff in regards to their momentum, their movement, how much interest there is to go and see them. And, you know, even Superman's going to streaming. We're all retarded, chill. Nah. No, I'm super, super retarded. I'm going to be on a different level. If everybody else is retarded, I'm like, you know, retarded. That was stupid. Anyway, they fell off a cliff. Nobody's really talking about either of these movies anymore, other than the fact that they aren't moving. They aren't doing anything. No, like, yes, originally people were talking about the context of what they saw, but in that word of mouth that gets around, that's put these things to a halt. And that, to me, just goes to show, again, the power of actual word of mouth right now. You know, a lot more people now are waiting for their favorite YouTuber or, you know, somebody that they're sort of a bit more aligned with when it comes to their entertainment or politics even, or whatever the case may be. And they're waiting to hear what they have to say about it. Now, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Yeah, maybe you should go in and make your own mind up, right? But when people, like, this is the thing though, is that a lot of people were going in, they were watching it for themselves and they were making their own mind up. And it turns out that their conclusions of what they were seeing were the same as what I've been saying, or the same as what somebody like Gary has been saying, or Yellow Flash has been saying, or Ryan's been saying, or Mauler's been saying, or Critical Drink has been saying, or Grace Randolph's been saying, or whatever. People are now waiting for what their favorite YouTuber has to say because they're more aligned with that person than what the producers or the people that are making their entertainment right now are doing. So they're willing to wait. They're willing to have something spoiled for them for the search of some good entertainment, in the search of good entertainment, which is crazy to think. No, people are waiting for streaming. There is that too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it all comes down to what YouTubers have to say and, you know, but there is an element of that word of mouth. That old saying that any press is good press, it's not really like that anymore. They made sure of that. They made sure of that. Dude, why do you do this? Mr. Grant Gregory for $5 says, Chuck's cheeky chickens checked shiny church. Dude, what is this? Thank you for the $5. I'm not even going to try because you're just trying to fuck me over. That just fucks with my brain. Like, it really does. I hate it. I hate it. Hate it more than you calling me Greek. It fucking destroys my brain. As someone with dyslexia, it really fucking, that messes with my head. And I fucking hate it. Let me get rid of some of these tabs. No, you can refund it if you want, but I'm not. Thank you. Where was I going? Oh, I know. I know. He always does. Always does. Let me just touch on this really quickly because obviously this is something that came up last week with Matt Smith apparently playing a villain in the next Star Wars. What is it? The Starfighter. And I don't know what this is. He's promoting a movie called Caught Stealing or something. But he gets asked about it. So let's take a listen. Actually, I should probably put my headphones in. Give me a second. I'm going to have to reshare it. All right, here we go. Let's take a listen to what he actually has to say.
Before I go, I gotta ask you one more question. Star Wars coming up. There's a lot of rumors that you might be a villain. Is this happening? Is that not?
Is what happening? Star Wars?
You being a villain in the
I
upcoming
don't even know if I'm in it. Am I in it?
Hey, Casual Chris.
Boy,
I was doing the PR media training here. You succeeded.
Yeah.
No,
internet.
no. I mean, because
internet.
like someone told me I was in Star Wars before, and I never was. You know, it's one of those. It's a funny one.
That's
So
the
you're
internet.
denying-
You
denying
cannot
it.
believe.
What?
You're denying it.
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying. I'm asking you if I'm in it.
Yeah.
I was told I was in it before the previous time, and I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
it didn't.
Yeah.
And it didn't
And
happen.
then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So-
fair
So you're
enough.
getting his hopes up.
I think it's gonna be
Alright,
another
we'll see
red
what
herring, man. You
happens.
know what I
We'll see.
mean?
Well, if you are in it, you can thank me because I just put it in the universe.
Alright.
Before I go, I gotta ask.
So there's really nothing in there. I actually didn't previously watch this. I just saw and I started watching it and I realized that, okay, we'll watch this live and see what his reaction was. His reaction is really nothing. He's not denying, he's not confirming, but he certainly doesn't seem like he's acting like he knows something. I mean, he is an actor. Could just be acting. G'day, Mr. Bantham. Good to see you. But yeah. This is the problem that I see again, once again with all of this is that Matt Smith, I think, is a good actor from the things that I've seen him in. Don't ruin your career with that. I mean, I don't know what this movie is. Obviously, he's got a black female cast co-star in a movie called Caught Stealing. Okay. I just don't think that. I mean, man, what is Jedi? What is it? Star Wars Starfighter, not Jedi Starfighter, just Star Wars Starfighter. What is that movie show? It's going to be a movie, right? Supposed to be about. I like how Star Wars Holocron actually puts this out on Twitter. Like, just that I'm not denying anything. That's probably what actually got me with this clip, and there's nothing in it. Look out. Look out. The Fractured Filter for $5 says, hey, so forget the Star Wars stuff. Have you started up Stargate SG-1? No, Atlantis. Like, I've watched Stargate SG-1. I've watched most of Atlantis. But if you're asking if I've done videos or streams, obviously, no, I haven't. Was going to do it, but man, I'm just running out of time to be able to do stuff on YouTube right now. I probably could do more stuff just in more Australian time slots and stuff like that. Like maybe get home from work and do a stream or something one night a week. I could look into doing something like that, perhaps. But if you're asking if I've seen them, yes. If you're asking if I liked them, yes. Talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream. In actually one of my videos, I use Stargate as a reference of how they show connective tissue between episodes and between characters and stuff like that, and how they give explanation through exposition and stuff like that compared to Star Wars. So thank you, Fractured Filter. That's it for the Matt Smith stuff. Just don't do it, man. Don't do it. You know, I know it is just a rumor. You haven't even said that. You've said nothing basically in this entire clip here. But at the end of the day, just don't do it. And to the people out there that are still asking for roles, it's funny. I was listening to, who was it? I think it might have been Gary. I was listening to a stream, and he was talking. I think it was Gary and Mauler were talking, and they were discussing the remake of the original trilogy, Star Wars original trilogy, and Gary said something that made me think, "Holy shit, he's right. They are going to do it." And it's the fact that Ewan McGregor will obviously play Obi-Wan as an older Obi-Wan, because he will just naturally be older and he'll be able to do it, essentially getting rid of Alec Guinness altogether, which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad to think that they would even think of doing that. You would think, though, that George would have had something in there that under no circumstances are you to remake the originals. Dude, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Which is really, 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 really annoying. But yeah, it got me thinking when I heard Gary say, like, yeah, they're going to redo it. Guaranteed they're going to redo it. And Ewan McGregor is going to play Obi-Wan Kenobi. And it wouldn't surprise me if, just for the nostalgia purposes, they got Hayden Christensen in the suit. He's in the suit the whole time. All you got to do is put him in at the end when Luke takes his helmet off. You've already inserted him into him coming back as a Force ghost at the end of Return of the Jedi. And that's how they'll do the nostalgia through that. Guess what, guys? Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor are coming back to remake the original trilogy. Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. In your heart of hearts, you know. Yep. So, anyway, maybe Matt Smith can come back and play Palpatine in that. I don't have a heart. All right, let's talk a little bit about... In fact, I need to get a drink. I will be back in just a second with a little commercial break here from Mozza. Oh my God.
Oh, Mozza, read that.
So
Mozza, don't let the American bitch.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did. Tell you what to do.
I think it's bedtime, Mozza.
Question mark.
I think it's bedtime for Mozza.
You pushed so far.
That's the type of videos that we watch on fucking Happy Hump Day.
I gotta pee. Oh my God.
I'm coming. All right. Sorry about that. I should have already had a can here, but I didn't grab one. I don't think I need my headphones. All right. Look, Star Wars fucking cans. This is one that I had from fucking Palpatine. I actually showed this on Flashcast. And then Kylo. It's so funny though, because look at this. I don't know why they're doing I know that Star Wars and Coke have like an affiliation of promotion stuff that they do, but I find it funny that they're putting this stuff on their cans, on their merchandising it now when there's no Star Wars. It's almost like the same thing as the repetitive news. They're just putting this out right now just to keep it in your face, like to keep it there, to try and keep it there. But I did find this funny. This is the box that they came in. Who's front and center is Ahsoka. Actually, I didn't even look. It's Ahsoka fighting Maul down here. Like, I was just curious because obviously Maul over here is that's from episode 1. That's from Return of the Jedi. On the Kylo one is obviously him in the snow at the end of The Force Awakens. It tastes shit coming out of this can. Tastes better, way better when it came out of that can. But I did find it strange that they were doing promotional stuff when there's no Star Wars. There's nothing. They've got nothing. And then it got me thinking, oh, they're doing it because they've got nothing. That's why they're doing it. To try and keep it as relevant as possible while they still fucking figure out what the fuck to do with it. It's crazy to me. Would you have seen Solo 2 if it had come out? In theaters? No. I didn't go see Solo in theaters. I saw the entirety of the trilogy. No, that's the lie. That's a lie. I saw, obviously, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi in theaters. Didn't watch Solo. Obviously, watched it. I didn't even watch it. Like, I didn't even get a pirated copy of it. I didn't watch it until it it ended up on streaming or something, and I'm like, oh, let me give it a view. I think that's how it went with Solo 1. And then The Rise of Palpatine, I watched. I got a free ticket to that one, I think. Yeah, no, that was Ryan. Ryan got me that free ticket. I'm pretty sure that was then. But yeah, Solo 2, no, I definitely wouldn't go see it in theaters. If anything, I would get a free ticket of it, or just wait for it to come onto some sort of streaming or something like that and just see it that way. Like, even like Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm not going to go see that in theaters. I will see it as soon as I can possibly see it. So that'll consist of getting a free ticket. But I have a feeling that because of what it actually is and Star Wars hitting the theaters again, it's going to be one of those things that's talked about a lot. It'll be talked about a lot. It'll be kind of like The Acolyte. Maybe not in the way, like, who knows? The reactions could be similar. The reactions could be the same. But it'll be like The Acolyte in regards to like how much it's actually talked about. I just have that feeling. Doesn't mean it's going to make money. It doesn't mean it's going to do anything special or do anything good. Yeah. Oh, man, what's Star? Like, it's so painful to think about. Speaking of the Acolyte, we've got a little celebration to do here. The Acolyte was cancelled on this day a year ago. This day being yesterday. I don't know whether or not this was a moment in time for Star Wars or not, like the Acolyte. Because, and the reason why, like, I thought when the Acolyte came out and the amount of people that just despised it were laughing at it just, you know, a complete and utter joke of a show this was. The cancel campaigns that were trying to be pushed, it was quite incredible to see what was actually going on because of this show. And like, it's like nothing now. Like nothing. Nobody even fucking cares, really. Like, I know that there are still people. Don't worry. We got some. Let me see if I can find one really quickly. Is that one? Yeah. We got some seals that still. No, that's not one. I thought I had two, but no, I've only got one for this week. But yeah. Like, you've still got those people out there that are still like that, right? But fuck, man. I don't know. Like, when I talk about, like, was this a moment? Like, The Last Jedi was a moment in time for Star Wars. It'll be a moment that's never forgotten. Ever. And, like, I just think, like, with all the TV shows and everything that they did, and the amount of false hype, I was about to say hope, the amount of false hype that was out there for me throughout the entirety of Disney Plus fucking Disney Star Wars shows. You know, fucking from The Mandalorian to the Book of Boba Fett to fucking Skeleton Crew to the Acolyte to Ahsoka to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, it's amazing to see how these people have talked about this. When I say these people, I'm talking about, like, the Disney shills and stuff like that out there, the ones that are the Disney seals that just clap at everything. And it's like, oh man, this is the best thing since this thing. And we've talked about this a lot too. This is the best thing since this thing. Oh no, this is the best thing since that. This is the best thing since that. This is the best thing since that. You, like, have some critical thinking for a second. The problem is like, just think about some of the lore aspects. Oh, it doesn't break canon. We got something to talk about in regards to that. In fact, from the Acolyte. It's the exact next fucking thing. Let me read this to you. In a discussion about the Acolyte, 1 year after its cancellation, Forbes writer Paul Tassi argues that the show never actually broke canon. No, it is plain to see. I mean, it was documented live by Star Wars Theory. It's almost half lucky that we've got that Wikipedia changed it in real time. Insane. Insane. I look, obviously, Darth Ghostface. Obviously. But this is the quote. Upon closer inspection by people who actually understood Star Wars, it was in fact the case that each thing brought up never actually broke canon. Something showrunner Leslie Headland worked to make sure was the case. Well, dude, that's not the only thing that this show broke when it came to the canon. This show did so much damage on so many multiple levels to Star Wars. You got no idea how much this actually broke canon. Clearly, you've got no idea how much this actually broke canon. The Plagueis appearance breaks canon. Oh, but you got to understand something, Rhino. Fuck. The old EU, it's not canon anymore. In fact, it was never canon. Even though I just said that it's not canon anymore because they decanonized it. What does that mean? That means it was canon because they decanonized it. But no, don't worry about that. It was never canon. So they've got nothing to go off. They're making it up as they go. If they want to make this species be able to live this long, then that's what they want to do. And if that changes the canon, it doesn't break it because it was never existed. Like, what are you talking about? How like, that's how they come to these conclusions? I don't know. Is that how you come to these conclusions? This show, like, that was just one, like, drop in the bucket, dude. That was one drop in the bucket. Changing his and the thing is it's not just him in isolation what they changed. It is the species. You changed the species within Star Wars lore and canon and continuity, right? You changed the entirety of the species and how they are viewed and how long they live for within the galaxy that has been established lore and canon for ages. Decades. That is breaking canon, you fucking retard. Isn't it amazing? 1 year anniversary of fucking the cancellation of the Acolyte, and we get Paul Tassi coming out and saying, oh no, it didn't actually break canon. We've got Manny Jacinto hopes the Acolyte will be re-elevated in the future like the prequels. Dude, this thing ain't going to get close to the prequels. The prequels might have been a little bit divisive. The one thing that all the fans could agree on was that, like, the story still, like, it was fine. It went through, it was good. You know what people thought when they watched your show? Where's the bucket? That's what they thought. I don't think too many people with that dramatically thinking like that wasn't what they were thinking about the prequels when they saw them. He says, I grew up on the prequels as well. And, as a kid, you watch that and you're just in awe of it. Yeah, okay. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I know how old was I? 17? I can't remember now exactly. Anyway, however old I was when The Phantom Menace came out and fucking that mall fight and everything, dude, in awe of that. That was fucking crazy. That was awesome. So fucking awesome. And then we grow up, and then now we have money, okay, and we have more confidence as well, and we're able to voice our opinions. So I do hope that the Acolyte finds new life, or it continues to find the love, being out here has been so much love, and I just hope it continues. And we'll see. Never say never. Dude. If you think that any kids that watch The Acolyte are going to grow up and find new love in The Acolyte, dude, you might get that with some of the Twilight people. Maybe. I know Shad likes Twilight, and I know that he didn't like The Acolyte. So there is that. Keep telling yourself that, Manny. Yeah. I got your message about that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Cut with Carly. You sent me something. Is that the person that you're talking about? Anyway, so there was that. Forbes calls Manny Jacinto in The Acolyte one of the best original villains we've seen appear in Star Wars in the entire Disney era. Let's think about this for a second. What villains have we had in the Disney era of Star Wars? Original villains. Because they have used Vader. I'd say he's not much of a villain. A bit of a window licker, to be fair. Original villains. So what? They've done Kylo. They've done The Stranger. Manny Jacinto's character. Who else have they got? Grief. No, not Grief Karga. What's Gus's name in Moff Gideon? Moff Gideon. What other villains? Original villains. So, like in Book of Boba Fett, as an original villain, you couldn't necessarily count Cad Bane. You can't count Cad Bane. Disney villains: Kennedy, Filoni, Favreau, Headland. That's so funny. That's so true. Scrappy Doo. Can you hear that? Sounds like a plane, like it's like literally hovering over my house. It doesn't sound like it's moving. Anyway, Emperor Esna? I don't even know if I'd be pronouncing that right, but I'm trying to think, like in all the shows, you couldn't even count Thrawn as an original villain. You know, even thinking about Ahsoka. Fuck. So in all their movies and shows, they've made what? 3 original villains. 3 original villains. And they're trying to say, Forbes is trying to call Manny Jacinto's character the best original villain in Disney's era. Better than Kylo, better than Moff Gideon. Well, look, it's not much of a high bar, is it? But like, even just like thinking about this character as a villain, his motivations, what he wants, what he's trying to do, and how he goes about it. Shit. It's a fucking shit character. So anyway, that is all the stuff that we get for the anniversary of the cancellation of the Acolyte. Not break, it doesn't break canon. Hopefully it'll be fucking praised by the like the prequels eventually. Star Wars, man. Star Wars. Honestly, I kind of can't wait for Mandalorian and Grogu. It's going to be so interesting to see how it performs, but it's also going to be so interesting just to see what people's thoughts and reactions are to it. Let's see. Oh, this was just, it's kind of funny that I brought this up earlier as well. Oscar Isaac says he's open to playing Poe Dameron again in an upcoming Star Wars project. Variety. I wonder if it was the gayest. If they were to ask you if you wanted to come back as Poe Dameron in Star Wars, would you want to do that? Yeah, look, I'm open to it. They haven't reached out, but I'm certainly open to, you know, if they want to bring the character back, blah blah. Like, what do you think they're going to say when they're prompted with a question like that? If that's how the question comes, which is more often than not how they try and pull this kind of headline out of a fucking. It's basically molding the headline out of the question. That's all it is. That's all it is. Hey, Adam Driver, I know I wish you were the gayest man alive because I know, you know, the things that I would want to do to you. But would you consider coming back in the role as Kylo Ren? Like, if the opportunity came up, would you do that? Look, the character's dead based on the last thing that I was a part of in the story. But hey, look, if they are interested in bringing this character back in some way, perhaps maybe even as a clone, or who knows, they might want to do that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, look, if they want to do that, I'd be open to the possibilities of playing the character again. Thanks. Oh, no worries. Thank you. Like, headline: Adam Driver open to reprising his role as Kylo Ren in Star Wars in an upcoming Star Wars project. It's like, it's so disingenuous. And once again, this is Star Wars news. That's it. That's it. That's the extent of Star Wars at the moment. Again, now let's watch the Lego Star Wars trailer. As soon as we watched the Batman one, I liked that Batman one. I like that Batman trailer. That was good. I'm going to have to reshare again. All right. Here we go.
Hi! We're all back!
You know what? We're going to do this a little differently. It looks like it's fucking made for a phone. Here we go. That's better. Way better.
Hi! We're all back! A little while ago, I accidentally mashed up the galaxy we all know and love for good. Good guys became bad guys.
You insolent child.
Bad guys became good guys.
That was
I
right.
find your abundance of faith encouraging.
It turns out I kind of like this new
See,
galaxy.
okay, so that's sort of what I was talking about earlier with the when we were going over the Batman trailer, right? Like, even the fact that they just switched Vader in and made him a good guy, right? Made Rey here a bad guy. And the way that they do the nostalgic dialogue and stuff like that in that comedic way. I don't have a problem with any of that when it comes to Lego Star Wars. Lego, you can do whatever the fuck you want with Lego. So it's fine for them to do this, in my opinion. I obviously still despise the fact that they use characters like Rey, or Kylo, or any of those fucking anyway.
Insolent child.
Bad guys became good guys.
I find your abundance of faith encouraging.
It turns out I kind of like this new galaxy.
This could still be a good thing.
Now, I'm going to ask, is that actually Mark Hamill's voice? Because it does sound like Mark Hamill, like very much so. So if it's not Mark Hamill, whoever the voice actor is that's doing it, well done on making it sound really, really, really close. But I think it is Mark Hamill. It's probably the extent of the only like work that he can get right now.
Good thing.
Let me go back a little bit further. Did that not sound like him?
Encouraging.
It turns out I kind of like this new galaxy.
Yeah.
This could still be a good thing.
My name is Solitus. I've spent countless eons gathering power to unmake this galaxy once and for all.
Stop breathing so loudly, Vader. You'll blow our cover. We have to defeat Solitus before the rift goes critical.
If Dev and I join together,
Wow.
maybe we could beat him.
We can't trust a Sith. Sith treachery is legendary. Legendary!
Can we just get to the fighting already?
My two favorite Jedi.
And I'm here as well!
You ready to strap in?
1 second, I'm almost done checking.
We found a baby Yoda.
The baby's name is Grogu, baby.
All of us need to fight for the future.
It's a giant Chewbacca!
You really want a piece of this?
No.
This isn't how it was supposed to be. In the old stories, the good guys always find a way.
Congratulations, you're being destroyed.
Who's ready to go on a hyperspace joyride?
They made hyperspace porg whales. Hyperspace porg whales. Now, hey, if I'm being consistent, this is fine. They can do what they want. It's the fact that they're using porgs. It's the fact that they're using, what was that thing that I just saw? Ahsoka. There was something else. Oh, the Baby Yoda thing. Like to me, those characters aren't Star Wars characters. So, like, it's hard for me to get enjoyment out of this. I certainly don't like this trailer nowhere near as much as I like that Lego Batman trailer.
This isn't how it was supposed to be. In the old stories, the good guys always find a way.
Congratulations, you're being destroyed.
And I also feel like the Batman one seemed a lot more structured. Now, yes, this is a bit chaos. Like, obviously, it's almost like a multiverse that they've, Darth, what did they call him? I can't even remember now. It's not even worth remembering. But, yeah, it just, I don't know. This seems to me like they just don't really know. It's hard to explain. This doesn't have the heart and soul of Star Wars, whereas the Lego Batman trailer felt like it had the heart and soul of Batman, even though it was still like these Lego games and things are parodies of those IPs, right? They tend to be more parody. But the Batman one still felt like Batman. This one, well, to me, because it's so separated and Star Wars isn't Disney, It has no, like, real Star Wars has no attachment to any of the Disney stuff, the Disney canon, which is completely separate canon anyway. I just don't see it. Like, it just, you get what I'm saying?
Who's ready to go on a hyperspace joyride?
Me, I'm ready to go on a hyperspace joyride, just not with Disney Star Wars. I'm sorry. Front and center, we have, is that the chick, the defector from, like, that everybody thought was Finn's sister or Orlando's daughter? Is that who that is? You got Maul in a snowsuit. I don't know. Is that Luke? Like an old Luke? I don't know. Is that Yoda or is that Grogu? I don't know. You got Padme, I guess. 3PO. Grievous. Luke. Young Luke. Mando. Oh, there's Grogu. So that's got to be Yoda. I don't really know. Is that the new villain dude that they made? Is that R2? It doesn't really look like R2. I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. And don't know who that is. Hmm.
Who are you? The name's Jackson. You probably haven't heard of me because I'm a real deep cut.
Even so much of a deep cut that even I don't know. Or maybe I do and I'm just missing it. Justin will come in or someone. They made Unkillable Reaver. No need for Revan. Is Revan even in this? I did see some talk about Revan. Was he even in this trailer and I just didn't see him? Didn't notice him? Let me just go back because I heard people talking about Revan and I'm like, I don't recall seeing him in the trailer, or was I just not caring enough? Hmm. God, that was lame. And why did they make Ahsoka look like a Funko Pop? It surprises me that they did this with this character. Looks like a Funko Pop made out of Lego. Doesn't it? All right, I think we're done with Star Wars. Are we done with Star Wars? No, maybe we're not done with Star Wars. What's this that I have? We're not done with Star Wars yet. Simon Kinberg, who is developing a new saga of Star Wars films, says he's inspired by Andor. Is this just another announcement? Like, honestly, it surprises me that we don't get, and look, I don't know, I don't know who these fucking, who's reporting this. But they just announce these things just so willy-nilly like this, if this is like a real thing. And that they never seem to see the light of day. And see, for me, it would be for something like this, if they were talking about a new saga, right, in the Star Wars galaxy, or a new saga of films inspired by Andor, They're releasing an announcement like this at like a Star Wars celebration, are they not? And if they're not, then that's just retarded. But even still, even the stuff that they do announce at things like your celebrations and stuff like that, we haven't seen, like, we've seen less than, I reckon, 30%, less than 25% of all the stuff that they've announced since they've owned the IP. We've seen less than 25% of it. You know, when you go back and you look at, like, even just go back 5 years ago, go to one of the celebrations from 5-6 years ago, something like that, and look at those. Remember those charts that they used to bring up on the screen? It's like, in this year, we're going to do this one, and then there's going to be a separate film here, and then this one's going to be a continuation of that, and then this, and then we're going to do this, and then there's going to be this TV show, and this, and blah, 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 blah. And they had those things. If you go back and you were to count up, not multiple times that they announced it. Like, one year they announced that they're doing an Ahsoka series, and then the next year they announced that they're doing an Ahsoka series. Like, don't count them as two. Like, just keep that as just consistently one. But then work out what we've actually seen, and, you know, less than 25%. Less than 25%. I was super inspired and just short of awestruck by what Tony Gilroy did with Andor. I thought that was about as good of science fiction storytelling as you can do in any franchise. Okay, maybe there's more to this, and I'm not going to click on the article, and I'm not going to go to it. In no part of that quote there does he state that he is in development on a new... Let me... Kinberg. Star Wars. Let's see. Okay. So he is. He's working on a Star Wars trilogy is being written by Simon Kinberg. It will be the next iteration of the main Star Wars films after Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, launching a new saga that takes the franchise into the future. Wow. How did I not know about this? Deadline. Wookiee. Screen Rant. There's not a lot about it, though. There's stuff. But fuck, if they're like, you know, normally when you type something like this in, you're getting like multiple articles. And don't get me wrong, there are some articles, but it seems like the two top ones a day ago from Screen Rant and 2 days ago from Screen Rant. You got Jedi News reporting on it. IMDb. Well, there you go. I had no idea. But, okay. So, You've got somebody coming in to continue your story. You've got people right now working on stuff to try and make the sequels make sense. They're doing shows and movies and, you know, trying to implement cloning and stuff like this. Good day, B-Man. How you doing? Trying to implement all of these things to try and justify or make the sequels better. I mean, that's all I've been noticing in a lot of their Disney Plus shows and movies, especially when it comes to just sort of some mainline story stuff. You know. Oh, go to 1 minute 04. All right, let's have a look. Minute 04. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay. Dude, it would not surprise me if they made her a chick. It's Lego Star Wars. They could do it. They could do it. I just think, you know, even though it is Lego Star Wars and it's fine to be able to do something like that, I would say, you know, being that in the original video game, you could choose between a guy and a girl. Revan, let me make it very clear. Revan is a dude. Revan is a dude. But in something like your Lego Star Wars, especially where they're doing a mashup of like, it almost feels like a universes or whatever, they could do it. I just think it's a bad idea for the first time that you introduce Revan into essentially your canon Disney, because that's what you're sort of doing here. Not that this is canon, not that the Lego video game is canon, but the first appearance that you do of Revan is female. I would say that's a bad idea. And then look, I'm just speculating. I'm not saying they've done it. We don't know. It's not confirmed. Obviously, I'm just speculating. But thank you for letting me know that. There you go. I did miss it. Revan is in there. We don't need that anymore. Good luck with your Star Wars saga to continue on after Episode 9, the disaster that was the sequel trilogy. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, let's watch. Do you guys have audio? Audio there or no? Fallout 2 trailer. Fallout Season 2 trailer. I don't even really care that much, to be fair.
I'm looking for someone.
Common story around here. Someone you care about or someone you hate?
Oh, what a great question. What say you, Miss McClane?
This is the other thing too. I didn't finish watching the first season.
Why would my dad go to Las Vegas?
Oh no. Are they going to mess with Vegas?
You want to know why the world ended? It started here with one man.
It's all over, but the cry.
Cooper Howard, star of the silver screen. Like yourself, I am the very best at what I do.
But
and what I do.
Yeah, they're going to mess with it.
Everything. I know there's a war coming. The bombs will only be the beginning. My concern is that you would do just about anything to save your family. I think you are actually quite a violent man. You just don't want to kill me yet.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people are saying.
Let's get lucky, shall we?
And not doing anything for me at all.
I defer to you about what to do in this situation.
Well, as I said, most people were disappointed with season 1. I didn't finish season 1. I got like halfway through. There was also another trailer that actually dropped that we might watch really quickly. You know what? This Red Letter Media video, being that I can almost guarantee that next week there's not going to be a lot to talk about. I mean, unless something amazing happens, right? But we might just EFAP that whole video because it is an hour long. And if we EFAP it, and if we're pausing and stuff like that, we'll go for 2-3 hours anyway. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to bookmark it now. And I'm going to save that video for next week. Hopefully it's still relevant. But it seems like the title of the video, it'll be relevant. I hope. Gabriel, we'll watch it next week, brother. But you know what we're going to watch? We're going to watch the Black Ops 6 trailer. No, Black Ops 7, trailer. Because I'm hearing really, 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 really bad things about this. Oh, man. Look at this. Look at the ratio. 39 up to 200,000 down. That's 39,000 up, not just 39. This actually made me pre-order Battlefield 6. From a COD player, thank you for making it easy to choose a Battlefront 6. Wow. You can't even have a trailer without showing off bundles. Oh, best advertisement for Battlefield 6. Wow. Thank you for saving me $70. You know what you know what? I think Medal of Honor should come back. Black Ops 6 sales gonna break records. Wow. Okay, so they're being roasted in the comments as well, mainly about Battlefield 6. Let's watch it. I haven't watched it yet. Let's watch it.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go.
The Bladders is what we do next. A lot of people counting on us for answers.
Inspector 1, report.
Right, this is weird. You know what that part just reminded me of? The Doom movie. Fucking hell.
This isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
Oh, what are they doing? That made me think of Fortnite. No.
Pull it together, man.
So eager to lead, David. Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
You never cut out. What the fuck was that?
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
No. No, you're not going to find many of those packs. Zombies. This is the most disappointing thing. What is that? What was that last bit there? Looks like a mobile game. No, that's zombies. Is that zombies? That's zombies. Oh my god. That's the saddest part of all of this for me is the zombie mode stuff. Like I know that Mozza and Josiah have been like, you know, just doing the Easter eggs and stuff like that. But I miss like hanging out with those guys and just fucking shooting zombies for fucking ages. Just let's see how the highest wave that we can go to or whatever, you know. But there was still enjoyment in just doing that, even not doing the Easter egg. That's like completely gone. That enjoyment in this game has completely disappeared. Now, look, I know that there's parts of the lore within these games, and like I played them, and I must admit I don't pay attention a lot to a lot of things within these games. I just get the pure enjoyment out of just running around shooting cunts or doing missions, doing sniper missions and stuff like that, right? But man, a lot of the people aren't wrong. This is going Battlefield 6 is going to absolutely destroy this game. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Very interesting to see what happens. Let's get rid of that tab. I think, yeah. Let's do Seal of the Week, shall we? Let's do Seal of the Week.
Hello, the Jedi.
All right. Nominee number 1 is from the High Republic Daily. Says, today, the reference book, The Art of Star Wars, The High Republic, Volume 2, was published. Cool. Looks like shit, though. Why do all their aliens just look the same? Why are there aliens just humanoid green people or fucking like Gamora or something? Like, fucking, it's so lame. So fucking lame. Make sure they got plenty of fucking... That could pass for a dude or a chick. That's an alien chick, a minority. That's a black dude, a minority. Yeah, perfect. Perfect for Disney Star Wars. So there's nominee number 1. Nominee number 2 is from Jacob this week. He says, I love The Rise of Skywalker and nobody will ever be able to take that away from me. Good, Jacob. Good. I'm glad that you're confident enough in yourself that nobody and what anybody ever says will ever change your mind from loving that movie. It's good that you're so narrow-minded in that sense. You know, The Rise of Skywalker is an abomination. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's kind of like I've talked about it before where I used to like the Clone Wars. And then I sat down and had some conversations with Ryan and had some conversations with Lethal, a few others, mainly those two though. And unfortunately, but I will say, fortunately, they did destroy my enjoyment of it. Because what they were saying was legitimate. What they're saying was real. And what they're saying was true. And I couldn't sit there and deny it. What, for the sake of me saying that I love this? I'm not going to listen to you. I'm just going to love it. Like, that's what you're being there. Little baby. Little baby. Darth Thunder, who changed the profile picture, making it a bit more inclusive, perhaps, says the lightsaber duels in The Acolyte were so good. Yes, they were. They were so amazing that we all laughed. And our last nominee says the whole theater went nuts during this entire sequence, bro. It's not even replying to anything. That's funny. I remember. Okay. People were screaming and cheering for Luke. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that maybe there might be some truth to this. It's still a seal-like post to put out there. But, you know, when people were in The Last Jedi and they were watching The Last Jedi and they were getting through it and they're like, what the fuck is this? And then they saw Luke appear at the end. Maybe they cheered and everything before they then realized how shit it actually is. Him Skyping himself across the galaxy and forcing himself to death. Or ODing on the Force or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, perhaps there was a little bit of excitement there because they thought that they were about to see Luke do something absolutely incredible. But I'm sure reality set in eventually for a lot of people. I still think with Star Wars, there was a lot of like beer goggles on. I had them on for The Force Awakens. I didn't see its problems until The Last Jedi came out. And then I went back and I'm like, interesting. I didn't think that these people that were making this stuff were that retarded. But it turns out they are. They are. So there are your 4 nominees, guys, for this week. Let me put the poll in the chat. I'm going to have to reach out to Anna and just say, sorry, I've had to change my day off, which means that I'm streaming on this day. But I am going to change the time, guys. I'm going to push it back a little bit so I'm not so overlapped with Anna. In fact, I'd love to be able to hang out with Anna, being that it's a day that she streams and it's a day that I stream now, and I'm not working. Trying to make that work, though, might be a little bit difficult if we've got to, let's say we're doing both streams, or I've got to do both streams anyway. What was I doing? Seal of the week. One, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. Get your votes in. Just a recap. Got the High Republic, the art book being published. Woo! Jacob's take on the Rise of Skywalker, and nobody could ever change his mind on it. Darth Thunder saying that the lightsaber duels in the Acolyte was so good. And Retney's Holocron with everybody cheering at Luke appearing in the theater. Get your votes in. 1, 2, 3, or 4. And yes, so this video, I'm gonna prepare it now. This video from Red Letter Media, we're gonna watch this next week. We're gonna EFAP it next week. Mr. Plinkett's What Happened to Star Wars? Oh, dude, I have a feeling that this is going to be one of, like, we're going to rage on this one. You're going to see Raging Rhino in his true form. Perhaps. Perhaps. But yeah, we'll watch that next week. And it's probably all we'll do next week. We'll just do an EFAP. We'll hang out, get some popcorn, and watch some Red Letter Media. See if we can agree or disagree. All right, how are we doing on this poll? Let's see. Oh, we only got 6 votes. We need a couple more. We need a couple more, guys. Get your votes in. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Is there anything that we can watch while we wait? Let me just check something really quickly here, guys. Actually, you know what I want to do? I haven't been to Star Wars Theories channel for a little while. I haven't seen what he's talking about or what he's sort of doing. Let's just go. Let's do a little bit of a quick scan here of Star Wars Theories recent uploads. All right, let's go to videos. What do we got? Gina Carano wins lawsuit against Disney Lucasfilm. He's been out, like, I don't know, traveling. He's on a boat. We finally did it. Emperor 2 Black Saber Limited Theory Sabers. Cool. 15-minute video on that. 25,000 views. To me, his views have been sort of. I mean, look, he might be making money now out of the sabers or something, but like he's still uploading videos, but maybe not as consistently though. 12 days ago, 13 days ago, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah, it does look like he's traveling a lot though. What if Darth Maul trained Anakin? Part 4. 9 years later. Wow. To me, that seems like a video where he was going through his notes. He's like, man, I got to do a video on something. And he was going through his notes. He's like, oh, I made a video for this, but I never actually sat down and recorded it or edited it or did it. So I'll just do that. Liam Neeson has a point. That's an 8-minute video. Thank you. That's an 8-minute video.
Well, hello. 9 years today. Almost.
Nope. George Lucas. He was there, wasn't he?
George Lucas is in a bit of heat right now after the panel at San Diego Comic-Con because he said he is not the type of person to sell a piece of art if it appreciates and to move for money. And a lot of people in the comments around the internet are saying, George, you're a hypocrite. You did exactly that.
Yeah, he did do exactly that. We're not watching any of this stuff. I just thought we'd go through and have a look. So he's been traveling a lot. That's probably why he hasn't been uploading a lot. Jeez. Well, got 106,000 views. Wouldn't that be nice to be able to title a video well, get 100,000 views? Man, the content, like, it's funny to see sort of like his content over the last, like, I guess 3 or 4 weeks. Yes, obviously he's traveling San Diego Comic-Con and whatever else he's been doing, and obviously been pushing the Sabres and doing a lot with the Sabres and stuff like that, whatever he wants to do with all of that. But you know, for the past few weeks now, we've been, you know, going through Star Wars news, and it's been a lot of repetitive Star Wars news, keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And it, like, looking at his channel, it seems that there's nothing there. You know, the only thing that's right now keeping Star Wars alive is, I guess, the fact that it's Star Wars, which isn't enough to maintain. If that makes sense. Like, there's nothing to be hyped for. There's nothing to be excited for. Now, don't get me wrong, there hasn't been anything to be excited for a while. But even for the seals and the shills and everything out there, there's nothing to, like, look forward to. Nothing. And that's kind of interesting to me. Because I said it, like, they blew their load this year so early. I can't believe they overlapped a release of shows and whatever that they did. You know what I'm saying? All right, I think we're going to end the poll. We got 12 votes in. Thank you, guys. We got a few extra viewers come in. We've now got 30 people watching. I'll give you guys a chance just to go through the nominees for this week's Seal of the Week. Number 1 is the High Republic Daily, just, you know, reporting that they released this art book. You've got Jacob saying how much he loves The Rise of Skywalker and there's nothing anybody can do about it or say to him to change his mind. You've got Darth Thunder saying the lightsaber duels in the Acolyte was so good. And you've got Retney's Holocron saying that the theater that they went to, like, basically blew up when Luke Skywalker showed up, which we were sort of talking about. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Hey Siri, set a timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, starting now.
Get a couple more votes. Couple more votes. Oh, dude, I wasn't even sharing my screen. You know what's really funny is I had my other screen up. I had, sorry guys. I had the YouTube side up. There we go. So there are your nominees. Sorry. Oh, and there's the timer. There's the timer. All right, we're ending it. Thank you guys for voting. All right, in last place was a tie with 15% of the vote was number 1, the High Republic Daily, and number 4, Retney's Holocron. In second place with 23% of the vote was Darth Thunder. You got close this week, Darth Thunder, but the winner of this week's Seal of the Week with 46% of the vote was Jacob with I Love the Rise of Skywalker, and nobody will ever be able to take that away from me. Congratulations, J.I. Jacob. You are once again this week's Seal of the Week. And there we have it. And there we have it. That's the show for another week. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the members. Thank you to the super chatters. Grant, I'm sorry I'm not reading your super chat. But thank you for trying to mess with my head. Again, you can refund the super chat if you like, but thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. To the lurkers, to the rewatchers, thank you. I always read your comments and see you guys coming back, so I really appreciate that. How many Australian seconds to US? Are you talking in travel time, or are you actually saying like Celsius to Fahrenheit? Because that's kind of funny but stupid at the same time. Thank you everyone again. We will see you next week. I will try and remember to push the stream back a little bit, so we will try and start a little bit later than we usually do. If I can fucking remember to do that, so we're not overlapping so hardcore with the winky face with Anna. But again, thank you everyone. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Where's my shit? I'm so not ready. All right, bye everyone.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, you know, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt! A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like dusting crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. They're bounce into a supermarket and then...
Yeah.
Be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing your deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking it very cautiously.
You... Go away!
Bounce too near a supermarket?